everyone. I'm Susan Huckle, and here's what's happening in LA this week. The Port of Los Angeles celebrated Fleet Week. Councilmember Tim McCosker and the Port welcomed everyone to the waterfront to enjoy military ship tours, entertainment, food, music, and family fun.
We are celebrating Fleet Week all across the city, really focused here in the waterfront in San Pedro at the Port of LA, where we have free events, enjoyable for everyone in the family.
2025 Fleet Week is an amazing experience for two reasons. One, we get to see a lot of these young people, and these are young folks with purpose. The second thing I'm really excited about is it really gives our community of San Pedro and Greater Los Angeles along the waterfront an opportunity to really give our thanks and gratitude for all of these young service members and for what they do.
The amount of engagement that the community has here in San Pedro, welcoming us with open arms here, has been just amazing for us in the Navy.
It's important for us to be here so that we can build a relationship with our community and the people can get an idea of what we do, how we protect our country.
If you've never been to a Fleet Week before, what you will find is that there really is something for everyone. You can come on the USS Iowa, but you can also see one of our visiting ships. You can see a tall ship or you can see a modern ship, and you can go around the grounds and enjoy food, music, be able to interact with all kinds of folks who are involved.
And this is a great way to showcase our Los Angeles waterfront and have people really enjoy themselves in a unique way that they don't get to do anywhere else.
We're really grateful to all of the folks in the Sea Service, especially here in the harbor area, because so much depends upon having a safe and free trade across the oceans. And so we're grateful to the Marines and to the Navy and to the Coast Guards for making sure that they protect the quality of life that we enjoy.
The Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force is a multi-agency law enforcement operation. LA's police department shared their success in holding internet predators to account and rescuing children from ongoing sexual abuse.
You know, we just finished up a press conference bringing together all of the partners from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. We have federal, state, and local agencies, all who contribute personnel to this effort. The work they do is incredible. It's disgusting work that they have to go through these type of photos and videos day in and day out, but they do it, despite the toll it takes on the individual, to be able to hold people accountable for their actions, but as importantly, to rescue the victims. Today we're here to announce the results of Operation Spring Cleaning, a large-scale enforcement effort that took place between April 6th and April 19th of this year. The goal was to identify and arrest predators who are using the internet to sexually exploit children and to rescue young victims from abuse. I'm proud to share the results of this work during the operational period. 27 children were rescued from ongoing abuse. 265 suspects were identified and taken into custody. These are not just numbers. These are lives saved, futures restored, and predators removed from our neighborhoods.
Every one of these children that are in these videos or these images are someone's son or daughter. These are often children who are 1, 2, 3 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Everyone who is watching this knows and can visualize someone who's at that age that we are supposed to protect. So let today be a very loud warning call that if you are one of these sick and depraved people that produce, distribute, or possess this child sexual abuse material, that we are coming after you.
The type of stuff that they see every day, you know, these victims are damaged for life in many cases, very, very sadly. And so the more we can do this and the more we can get the word out there to parents to protect your kids, what you see is not what you get on the internet, and it could be very detrimental to your future.
From a neighborhood brick and mortar store to selling online is easier said than done. Councilwoman Heather Hutt joined Operation Hope in Leimert Park, where around 50 storefront businesses are getting a hand to get e-commerce ready.
So we're on Degnan in historical Leimert Park, right here in the 10th District. And we're talking about developing business into e-commerce so that these merchants in this community can take advantage of Shopify, which is an e-commerce business. And that's really what it's all about, giving folks the opportunity to see what they have and giving folks the opportunity to sell outside of your little neighborhood.
We have a jewel of a community. This is like the Black business district, and the only thing that's missing is that we don't have the PR, we don't have some of the know-how that's necessary, and more importantly, we don't have the funding.
I'm in collaboration with Operation Hope, and they have given us a grant for $1.2 million. And we have about 50 different businesses in the 10th district that we're going to support with that grant, and hopefully get even more.
We've just got a whole wealth of knowledge, just letting us know about the resources that District 10 and Operation Hope have for the community.
With the help of city officials like Heather Hutt, she was able to go out there and use her relationships to bring something like that back into this community at the time that we need it most. Right before we have all of these amazing sporting events, unquestionably the best thing that probably happened to this area in a long time.
Just knowing that there's resources from the community to help strengthen the community and help us thrive, it's more than my heart can take, so I'm really grateful.
It's great to have the local businesses come out. Even the Merchant Association president was here in Leimert Park so that they could learn about what is available to them. We're in a partnership, and our job in government, CD10, is to make sure that all our businesses thrive.
LA City Council honored the contributions of Jewish Americans to LA and beyond as part of Jewish American Heritage Month. This year honored composers who fled Nazi Germany and rebuilt their lives in the US, giving Hollywood and the world incredible music in the process.
So we're here today to celebrate Jewish American Heritage Month, which celebrates the entire volume and diversity of the Jewish community and their contributions to America. And particularly JAM, Jewish American Heritage Los Angeles, celebrates the contributions of Jewish Angelenos. And that's why the theme this year was about composers who, in fleeing oppression in Europe under Nazi Germany, came to America and built a new life. And in building a new life, they actually built the most iconic songs in Hollywood.
One of the things that I want people to take away from the event is that our contributions are everywhere, from law and medicine and culture and food and all sorts of different ways, and this is just one example of it through the music that's in musicals and film, but all the different ways that one can contribute to civil society. Jews are there and participating and engaging and leading. Just want to honor and recognize that and lift that up today.
The great thing about living in LA is it's such a beautiful melting pot. We're lucky to live in a city that's very multicultural, and it's important for every community to understand everyone's story and be able to actually celebrate their story, to be able to celebrate Jewish heritage. Especially, they brought in the idea of composers and people in Hollywood, and to be able to show and introduce that a lot of people don't know the history of musicians that happen to be Jewish that have played such an important role in our culture and life.
So I think that the standout points is something that was built into the mission of Los Angeles Jam, which was to be inclusive of everybody, not just to have Jewish community support ourselves. And so I think seeing so many of the council members who are not members of the Jewish people standing up and saying, we salute our Jewish brothers and sisters, and we see your resilience, and we know you're going through a hard time right now, and to bring the joy into it. For me, I actually got a little emotional and teared up because of that, because a lot of people in the Jewish community, like many other marginalized communities, are really feeling a lot of hate right now. And to see LA City come together, I just thought, this is what Los Angeles is about, this is what Jam LA is about.
Summer increases heat stroke danger for children. An update on debris removal in the Palisades. And a heart attack survivor reunites with LA City firefighters. These stories up next on CityBeat.
With summer months ahead, LA City Community Investment for Families Department, CIFD, is reminding Angelenos about the dangers of leaving children unattended in hot cars. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 39 children died of heat stroke in vehicles in 2024, a rise of 35% from the previous year. Common ways that heat stroke can occur include a child forgotten in the back seat and a child gaining access to a car on their own. Families can take action to prevent child heat stroke by remembering to look before you lock and keeping keys securely away from children's reach. For more information, visit communityinvestment.lacity.gov. Mayor Karen Bass announced that almost 2,000 properties have been cleared by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, amounting to nearly 900,000 tons of debris removed from the Palisades area. To date, 54 permits related to rebuilding efforts have been issued for 40 addresses. The first permit was issued 57 days after the start of the Palisades wildfire, and hundreds of applications are in process. According to Bass, recovery efforts are on track to be the fastest in California history, with utilities restored in record time, including relief and protections for wildfire survivors. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press. At a recent commission meeting, the Los Angeles Fire Department held a presentation for city firefighters, 911 operators, and medics whose swift action saved a woman's life. In October 2024, the patient's daughter witnessed the 81-year-old's collapse at home, called 911, and immediately began CPR under the guidance of an LA Fire Department dispatcher. Firefighters arrived quickly and began advanced life support, including the use of the Lucas device, which performs mechanical chest compressions. The woman was reunited with fire department personnel and medical staff, whose coordinated emergency response led to her full recovery from sudden cardiac arrest. For more information, visit lafd.org/news.
Firehouses across the city opened in celebration of Fire Service Day. The annual event gives community members a chance to peek inside, learn more about their firefighter teams, and thank them for all they do.
Today is Fire Service Day. The communities get together, fire stations open up their doors so people can get to know their firefighters. The amount of people that come out here is outstanding. They show the love, they show the support to their firefighters. This is a day for them to get to know their firefighters. They get to take a tour of the fire station, to get to know their community, and it's just a great day that they have here.
For a lot of people, it's an opportunity to come and say thank you to the firefighters, but in reality, it's an opportunity for us as your fire department to say thank you to our community for all your support.
Ask a firefighter what it is we do. We can sit down and we can explain it to you. We can actually get hands-on tools and show you what we're doing. And all those things that you have a question about what happens in a firehouse and how we respond to calls will be answered for you today.
We have opportunities at every single fire station with various activities. Some are having pancake breakfasts, some are having demonstrations.
A twofold accomplishment here today. We get to thank our local firefighters for all of their great service, and it's also an opportunity to raise money for the beautiful community of Coluca Lake.
It's like a fair, but a community fair. I tell the people it's a time they can come by and tell the fire department thank you personally. You know, like you say, hug a fireman, come by and talk to the firemen. They love to hear from you. So that's why I'm here.
This guy right here has been a huge supporter of our program, and we're very grateful to have him come by on Fire Service Day. It happens around the same time every year, May. Take a look at social media pages. All the stations have banners out in front that advertise the date of when it is. And of course, we encourage everyone to come out and meet your firefighters.
Councilmember Imelda Padilla hosted a resource fair for the neighborhood. At this family event, community members could enjoy the park, connect with therapy animals, and take a deep breath. It was all a part of Mental Health Awareness Month in Arleta.
Today, Council District 6 is in the beautiful community of Arleta at Branford Park. I'm excited to be here. I'm super happy rocking my Branford Park sweater. This is a family event. We're excited to be here because what we're talking to the families about is that May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
I think that mental health gets overlooked in a lot of communities like this one, so I'm glad that we can be a resource for them to come out and find resources or even just have a day to themselves to think about their mental health and work on themselves a little bit.
It's a huge event. There's a lot of participants here. I think it's very important, to keep going, to try your very best, and to stay positive.
We want to make sure that we provided an opportunity where we talk to folks about the importance of reading, the importance of staying fit and physical, and also the importance of being out in nature, surrounding yourself with animals, therapeutic animals, all of these different components of a lifestyle related to improving our mental health. That's what we put together here.
Don't be afraid to come out and see what's going on in your community. We're really here to work for you. We're public servants here at the rec center, here at the council office, so we want to put these things on to help you. So please come out, please ask questions. We're happy to serve.
To learn more about what we're up to in CD6, you can follow us on social media at CD6 Los Angeles or our website to learn a lot more about what's going on in CD6.
The reflective environment of McGroarty Arts Center is perfect for nurturing creativity. Participants at a recent hands-on workshop contemplated memories and traditions as they crafted old items in a new way, creating their own memory jars.
Well, today here at McGroarty Arts Center, we're running a workshop on making your own memory jar. It's an old craft that came long ago from Africa, but was practiced by families, and a lot of Victorians thought it was a really good thing to do. If you had nothing to do, that was a problem. So you should find old things and make a memory jar.
I loved learning the history of these memory jars, and I love just making something. It's been a while since I've created something really by hand and feeling the clay and all of that. It's been really fun.
I came because I know the importance of art and the healing that it creates for us. It's important for us to sit with our emotions and with our friends and share these special moments because it creates an internal happiness and joy.
One of the things about a memory jar is sometimes we're remembering our own past, not just maybe that of a loved one. Sometimes we're remembering our connection with another person, and we might even do the activity with another person.
I love making crafts, and I was looking for something fun to do with my mom together, and we just thought it sounded really fun to build something with our hands and create something.
In my personal case, it was my great-grandfather and grandmother who did it together as a New Year's Eve celebration of their love. You don't really have a place to put them, so you take these objects and you put them together on a jar. It could be a ceramic jar using putty.
So I brought some shells that I had picked up in Hawaii on a family trip we took. It was meaningful to me because my sister passed away, and I took this trip with my sister. It was meaningful to put them to use in another way and think of her memory while I'm making this.
We have these oak trees that have a life of their own, and so when you come here, it's very peaceful, calming. It's a wonderful opportunity to take time for yourself. The environment in itself is very healing.
LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks has a wide variety of activities across the city. At Pan Pacific Park, a yoga and sound bath class is proving helpful for the senior community, keeping them strong and balanced.
We are at the Pan Pacific Senior Center, and we just took a chair yoga and sound bath class with Tisha Smith.
I just taught a yoga and sound bath class for seniors, and it was chair mobility. So we worked on strength and balance, a little bit of light stretching, meditation, sound healing, and then a little bit of community cultivation. So I love when people come in and they tell me, I've got bad knees, or I've got a bad back, or I can't meditate, and then walking them through the process and helping them find more alchemy in their body and relieve a lot of tension and pain, especially for seniors with having like arthritis and different illnesses. So I love being able to show people that they are capable.
I'm retired, and I wanted things to do to move and to keep me involved in the world. It was very interesting because when we first took the class, when we first came in with Tisha, basically what she does is we meditate first, and then we do chair yoga, and then we do sound bath, and then she has these cards that are sort of affirmation cards that we read and discuss, and it's kind of a little bit of group therapy, actually.
We close the session with reflection cards. So each person has a different prompt, and we share vulnerably about things we're going through in life or where we are, and everyone has some type of gem that they like to share, and it kind of opens up a space where people feel more comfortable. So I like to do that because I like to connect with the people that I work with and learn about them, and then I feel like we all have something to learn from each other when we do that. I think that having the city's support and having spaces like this where people can come, it makes it easily accessible for everyone, and they make sure that they keep it price affordable. A lot of seniors have fixed budgets, and even just people in the community might not have access to pay what you would pay at studios or other places for these types of classes. So I think that they're very intentional with creating a space where people can return and to come back.
I think it's a fabulous class. I mean, for people that are watching this, I can't say enough about how good it is, particularly for seniors. You know, there's a sense of isolation sometimes. And it's like an overall kind of class. I mean, it stimulates you intellectually and mentally and physically and socially. So I think it's great.
In this week's feature story, we continue our series on the Department of Cultural Affairs Neighborhood Art Centers, focusing on the Barnsdall Junior Art Center. The many arts programs here are dedicated to young Angelenos from the age of 2 up to 17 years.
You know, most people don't realize when they come to the Barnsdall Art Park that we have our Barnsdall Art Center and our Barnsdall Junior Art Center. The Barnsdall Art Center offers many arts classes and different disciplines for adults through our Barnsdall Art Center. The Barnsdall Junior Art Center is for children and youth specifically.
Barnsdall Junior Art Center is a kids art program. We provide all different kinds of art programs for the kids aged 2 years old all the way to 17 years old. Barnsdall Junior Art Center was opened 1967, and Barnsdall Art Center actually started earlier than BJAC. 1946.
The Barnsdall Art Center and the Barnsdall Junior Art Center are your centers. As a part of the City of Los Angeles, we make our facilities as accessible as possible. We have about 75 classes annually.
We are known as a pioneer program for the film and animation in the 70s. Because we do have a connection to the Hollywood because of where we are located. So former students like Gregory Peck and Leonardo DiCaprio was a former student. That was kind of awesome when I found out about our history. I believe our center is supposed to provide safe place for all community, all ages, all races. We had a handicap art program since we opened in the 60s. They should be able to come and connect through art making. That brings the healing. We're nurturing the human connection.
We're actually very excited at the Department of Cultural Affairs to not only have the Barnsdall Art Center, the Barnsdall Junior Art Center, but also to have a gallery space for all of the children and youth to display their works. We're very proud of that.
We just launching a new website, barnsdallarts.lacity.gov. I'm super excited. You could find us all the information there.
In this week's Things to Do, celebrate World Ocean Day with science and Pokemon. Head to a new dog park and playground in the San Fernando Valley. And hear political cartoonist David G. Brown talk about his work. All this up next on Things to Do.
To celebrate World Ocean Day, Cabrillo Marine Aquarium is hosting a fun and educational event inspired by the world of Pokemon. Explore the science of water-type Pokemon and learn how many were inspired by real marine animals found in SoCal. There will be ocean-themed science connections, a scavenger hunt, fun photo cutouts, and Pokemon-style cards to collect. This event ties into the global Pokemon Go World Ocean Day and includes a beach cleanup at Cabrillo. Celebrate the ocean, marine science, and Pokemon on Saturday, June 7th from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. For more information, visit CabrilloMarineAquarium.org. On Saturday, June 7th, join Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez and LA City Sanitation and Environment for the grand opening of Lopez Canyon Green Space Playground and Dog Park. This event will unveil the first dog park in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, along with 2 brand new playgrounds, exercise machines, picnic benches, 3 rain gardens, and much more. It's going to be a fun-filled day with food trucks on site, pet adoptions taking place, and community gathering. Head to Sylmar for the grand opening of Lopez Canyon Green Space on Saturday, June 7th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information, visit cd7.lacity.gov/events. LA City's Department of Cultural Affairs invites you to Watts Towers to enjoy the exhibition, Politics, Race, and Cartoons, 2 Decades of Drawing My Own Conclusions. The show, curated by Rosie Lee Hooks, raises questions about the social power of art while celebrating the work of LA Sentinel political cartoonist David G. Brown. On Sunday, June 8th, Brown will give a talk about his work and his artistic career, which brought him to LA in the 1980s. Head to the Purifoy Gallery at Watts Towers for David G. Brown Artist Talk on Sunday, June 8th at 1 p.m. For more information, visit culture.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Susan Huckle, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.